So I landed in Thailand on Monday evening, local time, and I basically just went straight to my hotel at the airport. I went to sleep. No, I Skyped Fraser, and it was fantastic. And then I ate food, which was amazing because it was my first Thai meal. And then I Skyped Fraser again. And I cried. And then I went to sleep. And then I failed to get up yesterday until 2 p.m. I was having a late checkout as it was. I checked out. I had a shuttle bus set for 3 p.m. to take me back to the airport. And I woke up at 2 p.m. so that wasn't great. Got shuttle bus to the airport. From there I got the express train into Bangkok, and then I got the sky train from central Bangkok to nearer to where my hotel was. And then I kind of went walking trying to find my hotel, got pretty lost, eventually found it was really not in a good state because I had this giant rucksack and I was just first getting used to this heat, which is mental. When I left home it was about 1 degree, if that, and here it's like plus 30 constantly. So I didn't actually get to this hotel until yesterday evening, and then yesterday evening I ran the local shopping malls and had a bit of an explore and came back and ate at the hotel, had some lovely pad thai and some cocktails, so I was a happy girl. And then, so today was the first kind of real explore the city day, and I'd had a thought about what I wanted to do. I wanted to go kind of see the palace and check out some markets and things like that. And a couple of people actually sent me recommendations on Facebook, so I decided to go check those out. As one of them is quite near my hotel. That one was Lumpini Park, I think it's called. And then the other suggestion that I got given was Ceylon Village, which is near the park. So I kind of had a wander down. It's about a 10-15 minute walk to the park. When I walked around it was so beautiful. It was just stunning. It really, really was. There were loads of groups of Thai people doing various different activities and things, and it was a huge park. There was loads of water, and there were little swan-shaped pedalos that you can rent. It was so nice, all the greenery, and it was kind of it did remind me of like parks in London, but at the same time you knew you weren't in London, like obviously other than just the weather. It had very tropical feel with like all the like tropical plants and things. And then I freaked myself the hell out, and I'm still a bit freaked out. I was just like looking down at the edge of the water, and this thing is literally like less than a metre away from me. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is that? It was like seeing a monster. It was like I was a child again and I saw a monster. And I was like, oh my god, that's a Komodo dragon. That looks like a Komodo dragon. What the hell? I thought you only got them on the Komodo Island. I realised it's probably not one of those, but it was huge. It was about this big. No bigger with the tail like that. And it was proper dragony. It had like, you know, like the lizard face and the tongue that kept coming out, and the skin proper creeped me out because it was like a snake's, and I'm petrified of snakes. So it creeped out, and I was like, oh my god, maybe this thing's like escaped from the zoo or something. And then I walked along to another bit of lake, and there was another one there, and I was just like, oh my god. No, there was one on the grass. That really creeped me out. It was just like there on the grass, and I was like, oh. Hey, so my video cut out last night when I was filming because somebody Skyped me. And I didn't get around to carrying on filming until this morning, next day. Yay, which is why it's light over there and why I look different. Yeah, I need to wrap this up really quickly because I need to check out in about 5 minutes. but whilst it's still all in my head, I wanted to carry on saying what I did yesterday. So basically I was saying that I was at the park and I saw like the weird creatures and stuff. I basically went around the park, it was fantastic, it was so much fun. And then I kind of wandered around. There was a town, well, there was a district around there called Ceylon, which is where the other person on Facebook suggested that I go. So I went and checked that out. It was quite kind of cool, and it like even the main street seemed back streety, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was kind of, it was very Chinatown. It's not the area of Chinatown in Bangkok, but it was like, it reminded me of Chinatown in New York. So that was pretty cool around there. It's kind of like grungy, I guess. I don't know. Not very good with like words. So then from there I got the Sky train down to the riverside, quite south in Bangkok, and I got kind of the ferry boat up the river, but it wasn't like a ferry, it was just like a crazy boat. And the waves were like really choppy. It was mental. I was a bit scared because the boat was like quite low down on the water, and like I knew what was in the lakes in the park. I didn't want to know what was in that river. And I was like, shit, we're gonna like drown or something. And it was really cool actually. There's loads of temples on the side of the river and shrines, so you can kind of like see them as you're going down. And yeah, it's really cool. It's weird in that there's no. It's weird to know when to get off the boat, because there's no kind of like stops, like there's piers that you stop at, but they don't say in English what they are. They say something in Thai, and I'm not sure if it's the name of the stop or not, but it's just weird because in Bangkok like everything's in English and Thai. So I kind of just made a guess as to where to get off, and was very, very, very fortunate that it happened to be exactly the right place. And from there the plan was to go walk down the palace, but I got distracted by these streets with like stalls with food on and things. And basically, because I was around the palace area, there was so many people, because yesterday was the King's birthday, which is like a huge national holiday here. It's like mental. Literally everyone was wearing all matching yellow polo t-shirts that said "Long live the King" on the back. It was so cool. I was like, why are all these people wearing matching t-shirts? And then I got to like the palaces, and there was just like loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of people. It was mental. I was like, you wouldn't get that in Britain. Like, you get everyone together for the Jubilee in Britain, but you don't get you couldn't get everyone wearing the same t-shirt. Like, that just wouldn't happen. So that was pretty awesome. There was just people everywhere. I was just like, whoa. From there, I was going to go in. There's like the temple with like the largest Buddha right where I was, and I was going to go in, but I wasn't kind of really dressed appropriately. I had leggings and a cardigan in my bag, but it was way too hot to wear them, so I didn't bother with that. But I thought I can go back another time. And then from there I just like walked for ages, just kind of saw like different parks and bits, and yeah. And then I got into a crazy cab. It was a pink cab. Oh my god, they have pink cabs, it's awesome. And I had a cab driver who didn't know where Dusit Park was, which is like a big park here, and it's quite kind of like a famous tourist place. She was like, that's a bit weird, I didn't know where it was. Maybe it's my accent or something got out on my map, showed him, like pointed to it. He looked like he'd never seen a map of Bangkok before. I was like, what the hell, you have nothing on like London cabbies, seriously. And so yeah, I had to kind of direct him, and he still went the wrong way, even though I was directing him. He didn't go where I told him to. And then he started laughing about it, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy is just gonna like, I don't know. I got to Dusit Park, went around the zoo, it was pretty awesome. So like loads of different animals. There was a giraffe called Bin Laden. Learned what the weird lizard things were from earlier. Not nice things. Saw some more of them, was not impressed. And then from there, I had such a cheap lunch. It was 100 baht, which is £2. I had like a massive plate of noodles and a nice tea. I was like, oh my god, it's mental. And then I got a cab back. From there, again, had massive issues. Got taken to completely the wrong place. Back to my hotel, where I had a bit of a swim in the pool. The pool is gorgeous. It's amazing. It's like on kind of a rooftop, and so it's just mental. It's just mental. It's like a rooftop, but you've got like skyscrapers around you. I went out for dinner. I tried to go to the Dome for dinner, which I know has like a rooftop bar and or stuff like that. And I think it might have featured in The Hangover 2, I'm not sure. But I kind of got there and like I was dressy for what I've got with me, but I don't think it was really dressy enough. It was a little bit like the Ritz or the Dorchester when I got there, and I was like, there was signs saying like dress appropriately and all this, and I was like, got sandals on, might not let me in. So I gave up on that idea and stopped at a sushi place on the way back that I'd seen earlier in the day, which was alright. It was bizarre. I ate some rolls which were avocado, covered in pork, covered in seaweed, tempura. Bizarre. Amazing, but bizarre. Then I just came back to the hotel and chilled. It was pretty good. Had a good time. Right, I need to sign off because I need to go and check out. I was meant to check out already. I'm going to attempt to spend some more time by the pool before I have to check in to the hostel later. We'll see if they'll let me keep my bags here, but they might be mad at me as I'm already late checking out. Okay, bye bye.